I guess the thing that really happened was there was a bar that was opening next door to my house, and it was really loud. I was trying to figure out what I could do. So I started organizing people in my neighborhood and discovered that there were lots of people in the neighborhood who were really concerned about all this. So one of the big problems that neighbors had was that just the music in the bar was really, really, really super loud, and they would sometimes play the music with the doors propped open, and that was really disturbing to neighbors. As the sort of bar got got louder and more set on opening its patios, and as neighbors got more organized and more upset about what the bar was doing, it turned into this sort of real big battle where the neighbors were sort of trying to do everything that we could to stop this patio from opening. And the bar was sort of doing everything they could to stop us from stopping them opening the patio. So the thing that you end up happening is you end up in situations where where you mistake the other person's defeat for being your advantage. So you think like, oh, this'll screw them, like this'll really show. And you realize like that's not what you want. And so you quickly learn too how easy it is to sort of get swept up in this sort of battle mentality, which ends up not being helpful to anybody. And I guess it was our city councilor who did it, who in a lot of ways, well, I mean, who was constantly sort of trying to push for a compromise. And it seemed crazy to push for a compromise. And at the end, what he actually did was he was able to get us into a room and quite amazingly, work out an agreement that was more beneficial to either of us than either victory would have been. So we agreed on that. We said, well, how about we make this deal? You can have your patio and you can be open until 11, but you have to, in general, make greater efforts to keep your bar quieter. And so that was how it ended up being really better for neighbors, that the bar now is much quieter all the time. The patio closes long before the bar's open till 2, the patio closes at 11. But even at 2 in the morning, the bar's now much quieter than they used to be because that was part of the sort of negotiation we made around the patio.